Guys, this series this past week was one of the most insane series that I have ever been to. I was in the stadium for both of these games, and we're well aware the history here. We all knew it would be intense walking into this stadium. It was intense before I even got to the stadium. We pull up, park the car. As we get out of the car, we're just hounded with boos. Not me in particular. I'm not out there wearing Astros gear. But the stadium, you could hear it from inside. The boos were louder than I have ever heard before. And it was even before the game started. I don't even know what was happening. I think the guy that sung the anthem had a hint of orange on him and got booed out of the stadium almost. That's how crazy it was. If you were wearing orange, you were getting booed. And it was nuts. It was louder than I have ever heard before. Get into the stadium just before first pitch because it takes 2.5 hours to get from the gate to the stadium because traffic is just brutal out here. But we get there, we walk in. So the first thing that happens is Altuve walks up to the plate. Altuve's up at the plate and all these cheater chants start. You guys know what this is all from. Back in 2017, all the animosity there from the whole scandal. So this cheater chant starts and it's louder. Look. Props to Dodgers fans for being as loud as they were, being as vocal as they were. No props to Dodgers fans for the violence that came about from it. But I don't think there's always bad apples in a bunch. But it was actually crazy in this stadium. So the chants were really loud. I finally get over to my seat, and as soon as I sit down, there's trash cans thrown on the field. This is the first inning of the game. A blow-up trash can comes falling down into the field. The stadium erupts. Everybody's going crazy, trash can on the field. So that happens in literally the first inning. There would proceed to be like 5 trash cans thrown on the field in the first inning. And you might be saying, how do trash cans get on the field? I was asking the same question. Apparently they're blow-up trash cans. So people would just bring these little things in their bag, and then they'd blow them up, and then they'd get thrown on the field. The Astros end up going on to win that first game. It was actually very deflating for the fans. The fans were deflated as fast as the trash cans were that got thrown out on the field. That was game 1. Game 2 happens. Same atmosphere. Electric. Max Scherzer is on the mound. I was so excited to watch the debut of Max Scherzer, and he did not disappoint. He threw incredible. The first inning, he gives up a home run to Michael Brantley, and then he settles in. He absolutely dominated, double-digit strikeouts, mowed everybody down. This was the game that Dodgers fans needed against the Astros. They put up a bunch of runs. Max Scherzer makes his debut. He throws great. What I loved was being there in the stadium after Max comes off the mound after striking out 10 guys. The place is pumped up. The place is going insane. I had goosebumps. I'm serious. I had goosebumps because I love baseball. I love seeing cool things. That was a cool thing. He goes down into the dugout. He gets a curtain call. The place goes nuts. He's up on the steps waving to everybody. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Max said after the game that he never had a curtain call before. That was the first curtain call he had ever had over the course of his baseball career. And it was really cool to be there. I mean, the energy in the place was awesome. The energy when he got called back out was awesome. But more so than that is this series, this rivalry. It has turned into the best rivalry in baseball right now. The two teams are incredible. One of the best teams in each league. They don't love each other, obviously. They're not huge fans of each other. But they respect each other on the field, and they're one of the 2 best teams in all of baseball. The rivalry in the stands is really intense, gets a little scary at times, but this rivalry is so fun. It is so fun to watch, and it is intense from the first pitch of the game to the last. I truly believe that what we're seeing out of this rivalry is saving baseball almost. People tune into these regular season games. It could be the second inning and everyone was on their feet screaming their heads off because it was that intense. And I know that was the case at home from people watching on TV. The emotions in this series are special. And I don't love how it all came about. Obviously, I wish none of that had gone down, and that was never a problem in baseball. But it is what sparked this rivalry, and it is what makes this rivalry so passionate and so powerful, is the history behind it. And now we're here with two of the best teams in baseball that do not like each other, a fan base that just, they don't like each other, and it makes for an incredible product on the field. I'll tell you this, we will be lucky if we get this as a World Series matchup. I don't know if it's going to happen. There's a bunch of great teams on both sides. The White Sox certainly scare me in the American League. There's the Giants, the Padres, a bunch of teams in the National League that scare me. But it is a possibility that this happens and that these two teams are the World Series team. And I promise you, we are in for a treat if this happens. We are in for an absolute treat. Thanks for watching. If you love flipping bats, swinging 3-0, or just talking ball, join us. Call us at 213-537-9339 with your questions. We have a weekly guest, and we have a lot of fun, so hit that subscribe button.